Willis Jefferson Polk, October 3, 1867 to September 10, 1924, was an American architect most well known for his work in San Francisco, California. He was born in Jacksonville, Illinois, and was related to the United States President James Polk. Addison Mitzner was one of his apprentices and later a partner. Willis Polk's early career included work with McKim, Mead, and White, as well as Bernard Maybeck Polk. Also worked with Daniel Burnham in Chicago, and then moved to San Francisco to establish and direct Burnham's San Francisco office. Before long, Polk started his own firm and spent many years designing highly regarded California commercial and residential architecture. Polk was a versatile architect with particular skill in combining classical styles with environmental harmony. He was regarded for his elegant residential work, mainly in mansions and estates in the Georgian Revival style for wealthy and prominent San Francisco residents. After the 1906 San Francisco earthquake and subsequent fire, he was a member of Mayor Eugene Schmitz's committee of 50 leaders who undertook ambitious plans to rebuild a world-class city. The buildings that will be covered on this movie are most refined works that both express his aesthetic and theoretical views, as well as the contemporary technologies that changed architecture. The tour displays some of the most notable works by Willis Polk. We will go to the top of Nob Hill and see the Pacific Union Club, then move down California and across to Sutter to view the Halliday Building, and over to Market to see the Hobart Building. Pacific Union Club. Because it was built of brownstone and not wood, the mansion survived the 1906 fire that destroyed the more ostentatious homes of this neighborhood. The artworks were ignited and the fire leaped to the mansion. The walls survived, but the interior was destroyed, leaving a masonry shell. In 1909, the daughter of Club sold the mansion to the Pacific Union Club, a social club with the quote, "No women, no Republican, and no Democrat." When Polk was asked to remodel the home and to transform it into the Pacific Union Club, he decided to keep the original shell, but add to it a third floor and two semicircular wings on either side of it, preserving the existing stone on the site. Polk saved the investors almost $150,000. The limiting of construction costs in San Francisco at the time was key to building because of the lack of funds and materials for construction after the earthquake. The wings and altering the top floor improved the proportions and changed the architectural character from that of a dry, tightly drawn 19th century townhouse to a more free and gracious neoclassic 20th century manor home. Halliday Building. The building is named after Andrew Halliday, inventor of the cable car, and it was built by the Regents of the University of California. The Halliday Building was completed in 1918 and is the most interesting of Polk's work in when referring to the melding of classical style with modern technology. The building was the beginning of the movement that developed the way we lay out office space today. Documented as the first use of the curtain wall, the all-glass facade generally recognized as the introduction of the glass curtain wall, which would become a cliché of modern architecture. The use of the curtain wall transformed office building quality of life. There was a great need in the early part of the 19th century for natural light in the work environment to increase productivity and quality of life. The glass facade was hung, curtain-like, away from the actual structural frame of the building, in a separate frame of elaborate cast iron with ornate fire escapes at either side. The building is very much related to the larger body of Polk's work, the best of which always responded to the vernacular in inventive ways, whether in shingled houses or traditional office buildings. Hobart Building. Willis Polk designed this building around 1914, and it is said to have been his favorite. Located on 582 Market Street, it is one of the most successful tall buildings in San Francisco. Its glass commercial base was designed to play the mundane role that should be retained by any street-level space in a commercial area. Its rusticated shaft gives the building an urban character that links it in an anonymous yet pleasing texture to its neighbors. The tower gives it romantic quality that distinguishes it from anything else in San Francisco or from any other skyscraper. The tower is the building's finest feature, in Its distinctive oval with flat side shape, dense terracotta ornamental detail, corbelled cornice, and two-level tiled hip roof. The building is a three-part vertical design with highly inventive use of Renaissance Baroque ornamentation. The building is steel frame with reinforced concrete floors, walls, and roof. The tower long stood out on the skyline of the city, and although now dwarfed in height, is still a conspicuous landmark in its neighborhood from 2nd Street, the location from which it was designed to be viewed. One can see an even more interesting attempt to satisfactorily terminate a tower in the Hobart Building. This is an instructive example of the lengths to which an architect can go to fit the surroundings and still provide something original and desirable. Polk's additions to San Francisco are priceless and remain very important landmarks that help to define the character of the city. Polk merged his style with local aesthetic and modern technologies to create works the world found interesting and beautiful.